Hi, and a very warm welcome to Frugalfull. My name's Lara, and it's a pleasure to have a chat to you today, all about something that I am very grateful for. And it is the next part. I have a moggy madam next to me here. Where are you going? She's so funny. You can't climb in there, you little bizzum. Oh, little monkey. Come and see everybody. Oh, here's a Bella. Oh, it's sore one. It's sore little one. She's such a sweetie. Right, go on, good girl. So, today's video is part 5, I believe, in the series of the best things in life are budget friendly, and this one is about learning opportunities and experiences. So I'm very thankful that there are ways to learn about all sorts of things for free or cheaply these days. The internet has been a massive help with this, and it's just opened up a whole world of learning opportunities and possibilities for us. And yeah, I'm so grateful for that, because it really helps reduce the barriers to learning and growing and upskilling, or just enjoying different hobbies or exploring things that we may have had to pay for a class to try out in the past. But now there are ways to do it on a shoestring budget or for free before investing more time, energy, money into actually paying for a course and having to physically go and attend a class. Now, I do love going to things in person when it's possible, and I think there's no substitute for actually, especially if it's a kind of hands-on thing you're learning, to actually go and experience that with other people and be in a group. That's worth so much. But again, it's a great way to overcome a potential barrier to being able to get started at all by having such valuable and affordable online alternatives. So there are websites where there are courses that are very cheap or they're free. There are institutions like the Open University who do different kinds of e-learning, different kinds of courses. Some are ones that are paid for, but sometimes people can be entitled to help with that, which is really great. But there are loads of different free courses online as well. So it's just worth, whatever areas you're interested in learning about, it's worth checking out and just doing searches and see what's out there. It doesn't really matter where the place holding the course is located, because World Wide Web, the world is your oyster. And then there are things like useful learning apps. So I really enjoy Duolingo for learning Japanese, and I use the totally free version. So some of these things that are free, there might be annoying adverts to put up with, but at the end of the day, it's a free learning resource. So I don't mind putting up with a couple of ads here and there for the value I get from the app for learning. It's just one of many, many examples of what could be out there as learning opportunities, tools for learning opportunities. And then, for example, YouTube itself has so many amazing channels, and there are people who are offering for free lessons on how to do things, and depending what it is you're learning about, I don't know whether it's something where you need to learn from someone who's officially qualified in something or an expert in something. So you might not necessarily find that on YouTube, but I think it's really empowering, because people who maybe couldn't have accessed doing some qualification but do have really valuable experience and skills and knowledge to share, it gives them a platform to do that. So yeah, I do think it makes things more accessible for people, which is brilliant. So, like, for example, I remember one Christmas I was really poorly and I was stuck at home. I felt really ill. It wasn't COVID, it was the year before I had COVID. Yes, I had COVID as a Christmas present one year. How lovely. Not. I think it was the year before that, and I was really poorly with a bug, and I was stuck at home alone and felt awful. I decided, not that I've been practicing, I need to actually finish the scarf that I never got finished, started, and then it's ended up in a wee knitting bag in the cupboard and never got around to finishing it. But yeah, I decided to learn how to knit that winter. So I went onto YouTube and I found a few different channels to work from, and it really helped me figure out the technique. So it was really, really valuable, really helped me at that point. And then there are things like podcasts. So if you prefer spoken instructions over visuals of being shown how to do something, and even just for learning about and exploring different ideas and concepts. So I remember, for example, when I was decorating a couple of years back in the hall, because as I mentioned, it's quite a long-term project, this flat. And I remember listening to a lot of podcasts while I was doing that, and it was great. So, for example, I was listening quite a bit to the Minimalists podcast, and it was relaxing, but also it helped me to learn and think about things in some new ways, and it was a really helpful part of my frugal journey. So things like that, where it's something audio rather than visual, can be a great way to learn. If you're on the move, say you're exercising or you're traveling, but you want to learn about something while you're on the move, it's a great tool too. And then of course there are books themselves. As much as I'm singing the praises of the internet and whatnot, I am still very old school that I love my books as well. So there are so many brilliant ways to get secondhand books, like book sales, car boot sales, charity shops, book swaps, in the library when they sell off the secondhand ones. But the library itself's brilliant because then you can borrow them for free and it's less clutter. So that's another great resource. And then also, like I mentioned, actually going somewhere to learn in person, community groups and community classes and workshops and that sort of thing, I absolutely love to go to. And there can be many that are free or very low cost. And especially, like I mentioned, for practical hands-on skills, they're great things to look out. So we have community advertisers in my local area that get put through the door, and they've got a calendar for what's on. So things like workshops and classes will come up on that. And also I check out the events pages for different Facebook groups of interest to see what workshops they have. And then if there are things that you love to be a part of and you sign up for their newsletters, they'll keep you posted on events and things that are coming up too. So there are all sorts of potential ways, and I'm bound to have missed out some really great things. These are just a few ideas and suggestions, but it would be great if you add to the comment section below other ideas and suggestions of budget-friendly learning resources and opportunities. Would love to hear your thoughts on this and share some ideas and inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been lovely to share this and talk about this with you. And I'm wishing you the rest of your week goes well and a great weekend. Frugal best wishes, and see you next time. Bye.